In the rugged, windswept landscape of Manistash Ridge, west of Ellensburg, Washington, lies a mystery that has captivated and baffled people for decades. It's not a grand monument or a buried treasure, but something far more peculiar, a seemingly bottomless hole in the ground. We call it Mel's Hole, and its story, as strange as it is, raises profound questions about what we truly know about our world. The story begins with a man named Mel Waters. Mel owned a piece of land in this remote area, and on that land was a hole. Not just any hole, a hole that, for all intents and purposes, looked like a well. But it wasn't. Like the previous owners, Mel initially used it as a convenient, if somewhat unconventional, dumping ground. Old appliances, broken furniture, tires, all of it, eventually found its way into the gaping maw in the earth. Mel's neighbors contributed too, treating it like a communal garbage pit. For a while, this worked fine. It was a way to get rid of the old and broken. But then something started to bother Mel. He noticed, despite the constant inflow of trash, the hole never seemed to fill up. Where was it all going? He'd dump a load of debris, and it was just gone. This nagging curiosity began to grow. He started to pay closer attention. Mel observed other oddities. His dogs, usually eager to explore, would refuse to go near the hole. They'd whimper and pull back, as if sensing something unsettling. Then, he noticed his radio, usually a reliable source of news and music, was picking up strange, garbled signals near the hole, static, buzzing, and what sounded like inhuman voices. The closer he got, the more intense the interference. It was as if the hole itself was disrupting the airwaves. And then, there was the depth. Or rather, the apparent lack of depth. Mel, driven by an increasing obsession, decided to explore. He tied a rope to a heavy weight, dropped it in, and kept dropping it. Foot after foot, yard after yard, with no sign of resistance. The weight just kept disappearing into the darkness. He tried various lengths of rope, sometimes hundreds, even thousands of feet, with no sign of ever hitting bottom. The hole, it seemed, was bottomless. Mel's stories, when he finally shared them, caused a sensation. They were so bizarre, so outside the realm of normal experience, that they sparked intense debate. Was Mel telling the truth? Was he a hoaxer? A charlatan exploiting the public's appetite for the strange? Or was he a man genuinely disturbed by an anomaly he couldn't understand? Skeptics quickly pointed to a number of flaws in Mel's narrative. There was the lack of photographic or video evidence, the fact that no independent researchers ever confirmed the hole's existence, and the inherent difficulties in verifying such a claim. The geology of the area is well understood, they argued. A bottomless hole in the earth simply isn't possible within our known understanding of physics. They accused him of embellishing, of telling tall tales for attention. But the believers held their ground. They pointed to the strangeness of the area, its reputation for unusual phenomena, and the unwavering conviction in Mel's voice. They spoke of ley lines, of hidden dimensions, of geological anomalies that might defy conventional science. Some even speculated that Mel's Hole was a portal, a doorway to somewhere else. The story of Mel's Hole took on a life of its own. It circulated on internet forums, podcasts, and late-night radio shows. It became a touchstone in the world of the paranormal, a symbol of the mysteries that lie just beneath the surface of our reality. People from all walks of life found themselves drawn to the enigma, captivated by the possibility of a true, unexplainable phenomenon. It's been many years since Mel Waters first spoke of his hole. Mel himself has largely faded from the public eye. His exact location is now disputed and inaccessible. Did he ever find the bottom? Did he uncover its secrets? Or did it continue to swallow refuse and curiosity, remaining an enigma in the Washington wilderness? Regardless of the truth behind the tales, Mel's Hole continues to hold our imagination captive. It forces us to consider the limits of our knowledge, the things that exist just beyond the grasp of scientific explanation. It's a reminder that the world is full of the unusual, the unexplained, and the downright strange. Perhaps, there are still some dark corners, some hidden places, where the rules we think we understand are bent, broken, or simply different. And maybe, just maybe, the mystery of Mel's Hole will continue to resonate for years to come, a persistent reminder of the great unknown that lies beneath our feet. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.